Great. Just circling back to the quarterback, we won't get into the allegations or whatever at the minute, but post June 1st, obviously there's a new the way the salary works makes it a lot easier to trade Deshaun Watson. Do you think there is a possibility of this happening?
Yeah, I as time goes past, I think it's more and more likely, that it will happen. It's just a matter of who's willing to give up what, and I think all these allegations may hurt his trade value long term. We might have been better pulling the trigger when it first got brought up because people were willing to give us everything to get D4. But now I haven't heard as much noise from around the league, but I don't know whether that's because everyone's focusing in-house after the drafts. They're looking at building what they are wanting to put on their fields for their product. But D4, I can't see him being a Texan, especially next season. I think he's going to be on the commissioner's naughty list this year. There's a way he won't play this year, I think. Whether he sits out or he's not allowed to play because of the allegations or whatever. I can't see him playing for the Texans this year, and because of that, he will be away. I think he's gone.
Yeah, it's interesting because we were speaking to someone from the 49ers side there last week, and we mentioned that obviously the haul that they gave away to Miami pre-draft for that number 3 pick was similar to the package that would have been sent maybe to Houston for Deshaun Watson. So, like you were saying, possibly if they had pulled the trigger sooner, they could have had the haul. I think it was 2 first-round picks and 2 third-round picks for him, and they might have even thrown in Jimmy G with it as well. So, It is unfortunate that timing was against them. But do you think that? I know you're saying that you think he's going to be on the commissioner's exempt list now. There has been some talk about, settlements, but we won't go into that too much. But if it does get settled, do you think that he could get traded before the commissioner steps in, or do you think teams are just washing their hands of it now and they'll revisit it maybe at the end of this season?
That's a good question, actually. If everything gets settled and they can move on from it, teams may just sit on it to grind his value down further. Why get something now when you can wait a year and pick it up? Because Deshaun's not an old guy. He'll have a year of being healthy. We're saying that the body can recover because he's taken a lot of hits playing for the Texans in a short time in the NFL. So he might use this as a chance to get his body right. And teams will just say, well, he's not played for a year. We now value him slightly lower than your expectations were last year. So it's going to be tricky. And I'm glad I'm not the GM sorting all that issues out, because I think that's going to be a game of chess trying to get the right picks. But I would have taken the 2 firsts and 2 threes and Jimmy G thrown in. We could have definitely been the Patriots of the South.
Definitely. Definitely. And I think they were in position 12, so there was still some decent wide receivers out there at that time, or I think it was Micah Parsons still available at 12 as well, I think. So there was definitely some defensive reinforcements to add to your 27 linebackers that you already have. You could have got Micah Parsons too, so that could have worked. But